Greetings, everybody on YouTube channel. I'm here to finally talk about a movie I've been waiting to do for a very long time. The Spongebob movie. This is going to be exciting, isn't it? So I'm back to reviewing more Nickelodeon movies. Once more. But from one of my favorite childhood show of Spongebob Square. And to not show too much and not get screwed over by YouTube. I did love this movie as a kid back then. And I used to watch it over and over again so many times. And just begging for another SpongeBob movie. And we finally got what we wanted. The very first SpongeBob movie since 2004. It's already been nearly 18 years now. Well, since the first movie came out, and then we got like 3 more of these suckers. SpongeBob Hero Pants. I mean, SpongeBob Sponge Out of Water, which I'll get to another time. You'll find out why. It would not be like one of my most favorite movies of the series, or the other one I showed you probably last year ago, or last month ago. Anyways, let's get this over with. And let me go ahead and talk about the movie's plot. The best part for this movie is seeing a bunch of live-action pirates who are excited to see the Spongebob SquarePants movie. And the movie ends up in a true opening of Mr. Krabs having complaint customers that never happened before. Or SpongeBob being a total cool character as he is. Drives out of his car. He explains that there's no cheese. And deleted scene says, "This never happened before." He starts crying and slaps him in the face and gives him a very good cheese. And everybody cheers him for being a huge successful chef. It turns out to be a dream. And then he'll be like the employee of the month. He enjoys his job a lot more. So SpongeBob gets ready to be all nice and clean for his amazing job. But all that was about to change. They're visiting Squidward, and he makes sure he'd be lucky to be the employee of the month. Oh yeah, there's this thing about Patrick and SpongeBob enjoying the so-called Gooby Goober thing, which is their thing in their movie. They're my nominally nonsensical, in the word for it, practical characteristic thing. You'll find out why. And turns out Mr. Krabs also did another Krusty Krab restaurant, which he calls Krusty Krab number 2, because of course. While Plankton watches his arch nemesis Krabs getting more successfulness. Yeah, because his plans always end up in a failure. And just trying to get the Paddy formula to his mathematicalness of A to Z. yeah, like Karen says, A to Z. Plan Z gives him like the most, like the finally red Mr. Krabs' business for good. And he can finally rule on not only Bikini Bottom, but the world. And they're getting squashed by Spongebob. Antics. And SpongeBob was going to be the new employee of the month. That gets replaced by Squidward. And because he's just a kid. And then he's supposed to do his thing of being an actual child. And SpongeBob ends up depressed. And then Patrick shows up like this. So the great SpongeBob of his booty crack. And then this is like in a new character, or King Neptune, and of his own main daughter. Yeah. Yeah, this is Mindy, which I only seen her in this movie. Yeah, she's a great character, and believe it or not, voiced by Scarlett Johansson. You know, in the later future, or she does play like, most likely, a Black Widow from the Marvel series of Marvel Endgames, aka the Avengers. Even though it feels like her first role playing the character, it makes sense that she plays it. Pretty cute, funny character. I find her an interesting one. She's almost like a non-Disney princess. And King Neptune, for him, he's also pretty funny. Keeping his bald spot of his crown. However, Plankton takes it away from him. And without him noticing. And there's a place called Goofy Go-Burrs. It's a perfect place for young little toddlers to have fun there. And that SpongeBob ends up being depressed and explains everything to Patrick. Also, a hidden little Easter egg right there, right behind Patrick, is Popeye the Sailor Man. And it's a clever little hidden Easter egg poster back there. That's pretty brilliant. So, better way to cheer up SpongeBob is a bit of milkshake and ice cream. And to make things better. To make and have a great time. Also, I love the waiter's amazing quote. I love that guy. Anyhow, SpongeBob wakes up after his hangover. That he's waiting for his job. That is terrifying. Anyhow, I'm connecting pays Mr. Krabs a visit for some reason. And also gets one of my most favorite, funniest lines in this movie. That's also pretty funny. But anyhow, how he discovers a ink in, in case stolen the crown from King Neptune. Also, he says this line. He just said damn in the kids movie, which is probably not the only time you ever heard that in the kids film. Yeah, look what it says out there. It says the word damn. He actually said a swear, and yet I wonder why this was meant for little kids. Anyhow, he gets blamed for it, but it was all Plankton's plan to finally get rid of Mr. Krabs once and for all. And there all this time, SpongeBob still has a hangover and blames everything to him. But his hangover wears off very quickly, and he's on fire underwater. And water is underwater. I should not be bringing logic into this, aren't I? Anyways, SpongeBob realized Mr. Krabs is in trouble and redeems himself to help him out. I'm going to try to kill Mr. Krabs over a crown and keeps a secret about his bald spot in a place called Forbidden Cell City. And thanks to Mindy's own kind-heartedness, wanted to make sure SpongeBob can do it, but he won't do it alone, and have his best friend Patrick to assist him, and go out on big, huge adventures together to roar the crown back, and while SpongeBob and Patrick are gone, and Plankton takes over for his place, and uses buckets to obviously mind control people and hire an evil assassin named Dennis, who's obviously the best character in this movie, being a menacing killer. Also, he had a tough place. He's trying to get the key back that was stolen from that guy. And their vehicle is obviously a cheeseburger, because that's his thing. And I'll probably explain the rest of this in part 2, because my videos can only last for like 14 or 15 minutes. They also encounter like a giant monster that tries to eat them. But outsmarted in the creature. And ends up in the bottom of the sea of those vicious monsters. And get the crown back and can save the day. I could make this video shorter, but I'll explain the rest of it in part 2. They also encounter Dennis. As I was about to kill them with a sharp boot, and he